Hello? Hello? Are we live? Can you hear me? Are we live? Please let us know in the comments if we are live.
Well, the good news is that I fixed the horizontal vertical thing. However, the camera was facing backwards. So
do you know what it was?
Sorry for the super close-up.
YouTube has put a new setting into the live shows that we didn't know about. And apparently the recommended is vertical, which we don't like. So we were able to change it. Thank you for your patience. Please let us know where you're watching from. Say a hi to the gang. If you're new here, please feel free to join our community. And please do note that I am the only one, you guys and my husband Chris, who's moderator, can see the comments, but I'm the only one. Until Chris reads it out, I have no idea what you see. So we will get to them as soon as possible and then I can reply. So today we are making tacos. I wanted to do both tortillas and tacos, but really it's a different recipe because this is what we are going to achieve today. I'm super excited. A taco that is crunchy and holds its shape. Let me get two of them. Crunchy, I'll hold it with one finger and holds its shape. This one I walked away and burned it a little bit, but I'm fine with that. But look, it holds its shape.
You have to do that.
Oh no, I wanna crack it for them and then yeah. So the crackle. How can I break it so that the mic will pick it up? I'm sure. But you can, and then, yeah, there's not much crackle that you can hear, but there's going to be a definite crunch to them. So I'm going to suggest that if you are wishing for corn tortillas, you will get the taste of corn tortillas with this recipe. All you have to do is just cut it out different. Okay, that being said, these are made with CK Almond flour, full CK Almond flour, but in the live show, I'm going to be using chicken flour for this recipe, and we're going to make adjustments. It's just going to be a matter of adding a little bit more water, not more water, just water to the recipe. Starting off with 180 grams of CK flour, you will then need 3 tablespoons or 36 grams of beef gelatin. Now, the other thing we're doing in this recipe is trying to avoid the use of xanthan gum because I'm getting a lot of complaints about people not wanting to use xanthan gum at all. They're developing tummy issues and so forth, so forth. So I'm trying not to use xanthan gum anymore. Okay, 3 tablespoons, a teaspoon of salt, and I'm just going to use salt, but you can add a little bit of teaspoon of onion powder, garlic powder, and maybe even paprika if you want, but you can play around with the spices there. All right. While I mix this up, let's have a roll call.
All right, so Ella is here. We have the lovely Danielle Graves, my sister from another mister. We have, this is a good username, grass. That's the username, who says waiting. Kerry Whitbread, who's sitting in a car at work tonight. Susan, aka Cajun Dagos. She's going to miss the live because they're going on a cruise and she's got errands to run, but she's going to watch next Saturday.
Okay.
She says, miss you, Mel and Chris. Receptionist at the asylum is out today. We said Ella, we said Kerry, we've got, I have to do this every week, Mrs. Henderson.
Mom.
Hello, Mom.
Who, you said some quick names there.
Yes.
Can you go back before you said Mom?
I'd already said them, Kerry and Ella.
Oh, my sisters.
We have got Auntie Judy, Michelle Lukowski, Marianne, Patty Shanks, Auntie Chris, Babu, Mama S,
Hello, Mom.
Judy again, Ella again, Susan again, Stacy Gabler, my goodness.
You made
me.
it this week, Stacey.
She's made it and she's on time. She says, my hubby loves Mel. He hates xanthan gum. He was so happy when I made it without the xanthan gum.
Yes.
And Keto Mama is here.
Hello. Hello.
That is it for now. Now, 1 second though, because Ella had a question that I flashed past.
Right.
About the Pullman loaf tin. Oh no, never mind. Kerry has answered. Thank you, Kerry.
Kerry is a wealth of knowledge.
She is.
Yes.
Now, proceed.
All right. So, 4 tablespoons. So I've mixed the dry ingredients together. And now I'm adding 4 tablespoons of a keto-approved oil. I've used olive oil and I've used avocado. They both work just fine. If you're dairy free or if you have just coconut is fine as well. But essentially this recipe is dairy free, and we're going to add 2 egg whites or 60 grams worth of egg. Now, if you want to use a whole egg, measure your egg first and add 60 grams and it'll be just fine. That'll work. Oops, sorry. Steady on.
Sarah Back
Hello,
is
Sarah.
a new name. Hello, Sarah, and welcome. She said that she missed the first part. What is CK flour, please?
CK flour is clean keto flour. That's what we've labeled it because it uses clean keto products. There's no nasties in there. And it consists of bamboo fiber, gelatin. I'm hitting a blank here. Why?
What did you list already?
So I've got a lot going on in my brain. I was doing this, so I got distracted. Bamboo fiber. I'll talk about the chicken and almond last. Beef gelatin, egg white protein powder, thank you. And the last component is a variable. So some of us use homemade chicken powder, and we also use almond flour and we use pecan flour. Some people are using finely ground beef, which is beef flour. I've heard of people using turkey flour, and what was the other one? Someone's experimenting with coconut flour and lupin flour. So that's interesting. So those are all the variables that you can use, the substitutes that you can use in place of almond or chicken. Now, before I mix this, I know it's going to need water, so I'm just going to grab a 1/4 cup of water.
While you do that, Danny is asking if she can use plain gelatin.
Yes, the gelatin that you normally use would work.
Instead of beef gelatin.
I thought all gelatin's beef.
Right, okay. Well,
But yeah, just as long as your gelatin is the same strength as regular beef gelatin, go for broke. I don't mind at all. It's quite fine.
I think Mama S has set me up here.
What happened?
Just because she knows that Stacey is also in the chat, because Mama's used a word that I don't know, but I'm going to give it the best stab. Mama S says, maybe try glucomannan.
Yeah.
Glucomannan.
Yeah.
Did I get it right?
For in place of?
I think in place of xanthan gum, because you were talking about it at that time.
Yeah, and the thing is, there are a lot of alternatives to using xanthan gum. I just like beef gelatin because it comes from an animal. It is not, for me, it's a natural product. So.
Mama can tell me if I got it right. Kerry says Kerry is good with Google. She's got a laughing face. Cheryl says, CK flour is a clean keto flour. Mel made. Danny says gelatin, egg powder, chicken powder. Jody Jones new name in the chat.
Hello.
Hey Jody has given you a love heart.
Oh, but I know Jody already.
Oh, I haven't seen a name in the chat.
Jody has subscribed to my channel for quite some time now, so yes, I know Jody.
Mama S says bamboo fiber, gelatin, egg white protein powder, and either chicken, almond, beef, or pecan flour.
Nice.
Michael is reporting in Seattle 6.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Michael. How are you?
Nice to see you, Michael. Let the roasting begin. Danny says, suggestion for everybody that wants to get rid of chicken taste in the CK flour.
Right.
Use Lauren oil super strength almond flavor, makes it taste like you're working with almond flour.
Very nice. Lovely tip.
That's a lovely, lovely tip. Stacy says, it's just like real flour. Amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Mama S says, sorry, Chris, it's also called cognac powder.
Konjac.
Ah, I was so close.
Konjac.
Konjac, is it?
Did you really say
Cognac. Well, the J could be silent. We've been through this whole silent J's.
You've hit the top end of, your quirky...
I peaked, have I?
You've peaked?
We're only, 11 minutes in and I'm already out of aces. Babu says, Chris, you trying is so lovely, pronounced glucomannan. Very good. Jody says, thanks for the shout out, Mel. Jackson, Michigan here. I'm sure MI is Michigan.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, it's nice to see you though, Jody. We do this every week, so please feel free if you've got nothing to do on a Saturday morning, just come and hang with us. Okay.
Danny says, Chris, I think you're just thinking about your drink for when you have tacos. What people don't know is that I arrived to the lives half cut, so maybe that's half the problem.
That's rubbish. You don't even drink.
I've got to have some excuse for my fumble. Stacy says, I have to be careful with my razzing of Chris today, and then lots of swearing emojis. Grandkids are here. They think Nana is a perfect angel.
Oh.
Now, we know I'm not, but that's our secret. I was just going to say exactly that. We know otherwise, Stacey, and if your grandkids are watching, you need to check in on Grandma. Cheryl says, Stacey, too funny.
Okay, so...
All right, where you go?
Can I carry on?
Of course.
So, your dough it's kind of firmer. I'll just do it. It's firm but not firm. I don't know how to explain that, but it's looking very good.
Ella says, ha ha ha, Chris, you pronounced the cognac powder like a German. See?
Yes, because the J is like a Y.
I can say cognac, I can say bambusfassen.
Well, if you're going to say cognac, then people will think you're talking about alcohol.
I was.
You were not. A cognac powder is not. This is just going south, guys.
It's going to continue that way. Mama H says, thank heavens I checked in early. In the US we have a time change in the spring and fall. Right now it's only 8:57 a.m. Central Time. Spring we spring ahead, and fall we fall behind by 1 hour. So they must have just gone on to daylight savings.
Yes, and thank you for sharing that reminder in the Facebook chat group where, we've a bunch of us cooks try recipes with CK flour, and we try regular recipes, we try other keto recipes, we convert my old recipes to keto, so join us.
Danny says, Stacey, just tell them that your halo is duct taped to your horns.
I love it.
Dodie says, 32 watching, hit the thumbs up. Yes, please, people. Hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying the live. What is it they say? Smash that thumbs up button.
Do they?
Oh, I don't know. If you watch some creators on YouTube, they're very
vocal,
very
animated.
about it. Susan O'Connor.
Hello, Susan.
New name for me. Hello, Susan. Welcome. Hello from Massachusetts.
Oh, nice.
And I know I said that one right. Michael says, situation normal, well done, Chris. Yeah, thank you, mate. Appreciate the support.
Okay.
Stacey says, that's because Danielle has seen my Facebook page, lol.
Okay. So I just want to point out that this dough is, it's not crumbly, but once you've rolled it out, then it's quite delicate and it can kind of split. So when you're lifting your taco to fry it, just be a bit gentle. I was not gentle this time, so you can see I'm fixing that. All I did was put a piece of dough over the crack and rolled it out again, and it's fine.
Danny says, I got me a snafu over here. I wonder
what's a snafu?
A snafu is like a problem.
Oh.
You hit a hitch or a snag. So what's happening there, Danny? Keto Mama says, I love your shorts, but you can't get the recipe ingredient amounts.
You can. I was trying to say that all you need to do is click on the 3 dots on the top right of your screen. So, because I've written out the full recipe there with the method and everything, you know, it's all there. You don't need to, you know, access Patreon for it or anything like that.
Babu's jumped in as well and said, if you click the 3 dots at the top corner, then you can get the description box.
Yeah. Now I'm going to remain quiet for a second because I'm doing a lot of things and I'm not being very gentle with my rolling out. So I'm going to try this one more time.
All right. Well, while you do that, Charity Shelby is here. Good morning, Charity.
Hello, Charity.
Hope you're doing even better this week, Charity. Oh, Susan is still here. These will be great for sour cream chicken enchiladas. Are these only to be fried?
So far, I've only tried them fried. I reckon that if you bake them, they're going to come out crisp like tortilla chips. So you can roll out this dough and bake them if you want. Cut it up and bake it if you want to get that dry, really crispy tortilla type texture. So I think that if you have like oven safe taco holders like this, it could work. I'm just not sure about how evenly it would cook, if you know what I mean.
Alice says she will use her taco maker.
Nice.
And Babu is saying, Mel, would a tortilla press work with this dough?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Keto Mama says, thank you. I was pressing every button other than that one.
Okay, nice. As long as you can find it, then that's all that matters.
Danny says, snafu is situation normal for her, all messed up. Now, Danny, we have to know, what's the snafu that you're in this morning? Did you reverse the truck through the door of a Walmart? Or is it like you've spilt something somewhere? What's happening? Let us know. Stacey says, OMG genius, I miss tortilla chips, gotta try it.
Oh yes. And here is my finally rolled out taco that's going into my frying pan.
Susan says, not good for enchiladas, but great for tacos and chips.
Right. I think, like, we know that that's going to work. Okay, so you've got your, if you want to use all CK chicken flour, remember to add your flavors, because unless you're having a chicken filling and you don't mind the chicken taste, but flavor it up. And you've got your almond flour version. But I was thinking, let's make tortilla chips. Why not?
Now, who are we missing? Who in the crew is missing this week?
Mr. Marzi Mars.
Marzi Mars is not here.
He has he texted earlier and apologized that he won't be able to come. Obviously, you guys know it's like 1 a.m. here in Australia.
Well, it's 2 a.m. where he is.
2 a.m. where he is. So I don't think that he can make it. And yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe we'll see him in the future. I don't know.
Chef's not here either.
Yes.
And neither is Lily. I'm a little concerned about Lily because it's been a few weeks now since she checked in.
I hope she didn't get arrested.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about her husband, but still, Lily in Chains could be a new song. Danny says she's still driving, have not taken a day off, and not looking like I'm going to get a day off anytime in the near future. Even Diesel is threatening to load up his squeaky toys and go home.
Shame.
That's not good, Danny.
But with Danny, like the deliveries around leading up to Christmas, they just get crazy.
I know, but
so poor Danny would be working very hard.
And especially in the job that she does, it's not good to be tired when you're driving all the time.
And here's it looking so far. I'll try and hold it down so it doesn't fall over, but and do take note, like I didn't coat the pan, I didn't add any oil or anything like that. It has oil in the recipe, so you won't need to coat the pan. And it's supposed to, designed to be a crispy taco kind of thing. Anyway, I'll get my pizza cutter.
Did you say no oil?
No oil.
Good, because Ella asked if there is oil in the pan to fry the tortillas or without oil.
Look, it's just like, I can read your mind, Ella, because I spoke about it before I heard that you asked the question.
Speaking as someone who has their mind read by you, it's not a good thing.
Why?
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
It is.
Right.
CNC Female says, so good to see you live. I'm really starting to love your channel. Subscribed a few months ago so I could follow along as you created recipes. I don't use CK flour, but your creativity is 100%.
Oh, thank you so much.
Lovely comment. CNC Female, you need to let us know what your name is.
We have a ton of recipes that don't use CK flour, and I feel like you'll still get a whole ton of value out of the channel, even if you don't want to use CK flour. So all I did, by the way, is just press this into my taco holder so that as it cools down, it'll retain the shape. When it's still warm, you can kind of, it's kind of flexible, but as it cools down, it's going to hold that shape, which I'm very excited about.
Stacey says that Lily might have been arrested, so she's sharing your thoughts.
Yes.
Mama S says, Danny, you need to just say no one day. Yes, I agree. Auntie Judy says, Diesel would never leave you, Danielle.
No.
The CNC Female is Donna.
Oh, lovely.
Hello, Donna.
I love the name Donna.
Danny says, tired? What truck driver ever gets tired? You are just a machine, Danny. And I mean that genuinely.
Okay, so we need a baking tray. Here's the baking tray, my love.
On top of the fridge. Where else would it be?
I don't know. You and your interesting place, you have interesting, places that you put things.
I thought that was quite a good place for it. Ella is blowing you kisses. Cindy Manka is here. Hello from Washington State.
Cindy, how are you?
Hello, Cindy. And Danny says, I would love to say no, but that word does not exist in my dictionary. I agree with Mama S, Danny. You need to say no. You need a break. Keto Mama says you are absolutely amazing with all your cooking and flour recipes. Chris is so lucky to have you and get to eat all your food.
Thank you.
Yes, I am Keto Mama. Do you know Keto Mama's real name? As in first name?
No.
No.
You should ask. It's only right because you asked somebody else for their name. Donna for her name.
Very true. So Keto Mama, what is your first name? Let us know. Ruth. Ah, there. She was already typing it before I even got my words out. Well, hello, Ruth. Babu says, here's a hack if you make multiple and you don't have enough taco holders. You can place them in the oven rack over 2 rings. Not sure if that makes sense.
Right.
Ah, so like hang them over
Yes.
the oven rack.
Yes.
That does make
I
sense.
actually have seen that hack. That's a good hack.
Aha, CFG is in the house.
Oh, yay! That's awesome.
Hi all, didn't realise you all would reflect daylight saving time, but I like the 9 o'clock slot. Well, I didn't realise you wouldn't reflect daylight savings time. No, I didn't actually know that the US was going into daylight savings.
No.
Is it all states in the US? Does anybody know? Or is it just selected ones? Because in Australia, we are now on summertime, but it's only a few states that actually have daylight savings time. Like Queensland, where we are, doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Danny says, I'm saving up for my trip to Australia, then I'll be kicking back, relaxing, helping Mel trash the kitchen, so you got lots of dishes to do, Chris. I love it, Danny. And if that is the reason for you working every hour that God sends, then I'm all for it, because we would love to see you out here.
Okay.
Do you need to explain what
Sorry,
you're doing?
no, I'm concentrating. All I'm doing now is just cutting up tortilla shapes, right? No,
Chip shape.
chip shapes.
So the cogs are turning so fast, there's steam coming out.
Yes. But it's all good.
Marianne says, not all states.
All right.
And we've got lots of people saying hi to Chef.
Nice.
Mama S says, we just switched back to standard time last Sunday from daylight savings time. Okay. Yeah, of course, because it's fall they've gone back. Which Mama H explained before, so. And Auntie Judy has dropped us a big super thanks.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Auntie.
Thank you, Auntie Judy.
Thank you very much.
Sending lots of kisses.
I wish, you always bless us, you know. It's just so wonderful. Thank you.
Susan says there are a few states out west that don't do DST, but I think most do.
Right.
And Danny says, do you think these would work in an air fryer to make tortilla chips?
Let's find out. So I'm doing a few for the oven. We'll grab the air fryer and put some in there because I'm not sure of the results. So let's find out. And we will fry them as well, I think. Excuse the noise. Chris is clattering around there getting the air fryer.
It's sometimes a mission getting it from the appliance graveyard.
Graveyard, excuse
Yes.
me.
And if anybody wants to know what the appliance graveyard is in our house, have a look for the house tour on
one of
it's
our,
in the live section. We did a house tour and you'll see exactly what I mean. We have got appliances for Africa and some of them are quite hard to get to, especially when they're shaped like this.
do you know what? I actually think that
Doesn't it look like it should be alive? Like it's actually got a face on it?
it looks like an alien ship.
If the machines ever do take over, this
I
will be
actually
first
think
cab off the rank.
we don't have excessive, no it won't. He wants to throw away my did you say you want to throw away my air fryer?
No, I said if, like, Terminator, Skynet, if the machines ever take over, that'll be the first thing that comes up and starts trying to kill us all.
Oh, thank God.
Oh no, goodness me, far be it from me to suggest you throw anything out.
Just like, who are you?
Jay Rogoff has arrived.
Jay!
Taco Saturday. Hey everyone, thanks again for everyone's help. I got some kind of badge for watching Mel.
He got what?
He got a badge for watching you.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's very cool.
All right.
Ruth says, Mel, have you tried milk gravy with CK flour? My husband asked.
Milk gravy.
Yeah, that's Keto Mom, Ruth. Have you tried milk gravy with CK flour?
No. Okay, straight answer, no. We did an experiment 2 weeks ago just with plain gravy. The CK flour, I have to say, it was a little bit disappointing. I think Marianne was a little bit, tell me if you're right, Marianne. Marianne was a little bit disappointed with the result of the thickening factor of the CK flour. And when I tested it, I was like, it's not doing a great job either. And then Danielle suggested that we use sodium alginate, which worked perfectly. It was like gorgeous. So I have thickened pasta sauces. You know, it's got heavy cream, so the white type sauce, Alfredo, I've thickened those, and for some reason they do work in those kinds of gravy type sauce things. And I'm not sure if the other ingredients like, you know, dried herbs and such really help, you know, the CK flour thicken up those kinds of sauces. Anyway.
Well, Stacy says her hubby is country. She made milk gravy this week with it. It worked perfectly. Hubby said as good as mom's. That's an endorsement.
So Stacy's had good results with milk gravy.
With milk gravy, yes.
And I wonder how much, how did she make it is my question. Because I have not made milk gravy, I think, ever. All right.
Auntie Chris says, OMG fellow Texans, I'm seeing Frito pie using these and Mel's chili recipe. Ooh.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I have to make that chili again. That chili's
good.
It's very underrated. In fact, a lot of my recipes are a little underrated, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, let's put these in the air fryer. It's just a little bit because we're testing.
You should link the chili video afterwards in the description box
Yeah.
so people can find it.
Yeah.
Babu says, Mel, I love your on-the-fly experimental attitude. I think many of us have appliance graveyards too.
That's what I was going to say, Babu. I was going to say that it's not that different to every other home. I mean, our amount of appliances that we have, it's not, I don't feel that it's it's excessive. What did I do here?
I did a whirl around. It was very cool. Chef's calling it a robo air fryer.
Nice.
Aha. Danny's got me. Danny's coming in clutch with a solution. She's got the perfect thing for me. They now have a microwave, air fryer, convection toaster oven over here in the US for sale at Walmart.
No, the paper's not happy.
I don't think it's got enough weight on it.
Yeah.
I love that suggestion, by the way, Danny. That sounds like 4 things I can get rid of all in one go. Well, it satisfies my need to throw things out, and it's a space saver, so it's a win-win, really.
That's very good for you.
Danny also says milk gravy goes best with sodium alginate and makes an awesome sausage. Yes.
Look at my solution.
Oh, look at you go.
Ta-da! All right, so let's make some to fry now.
Jody says, yes, I watched that vid with the gravy. So happy with the sodium alginate outcome. So it must work really well.
Yes.
Jay says, Danny, I have an Instapot that dyes air drying. What? Oh, that does air frying, pressure cook, slow cooker, saute, etc. Really keeps the appliances counter space down.
That's awesome.
That's so we need Danny's contraption and we need Jay's contraption, and that's half of our appliance graveyard done.
What was Danny's contraption?
Danny's is a microwave, air fryer, convection toaster oven. Microwave, air fryer, convection toaster oven.
That's a lot.
That's 4 in 1. That's brilliant. Jody says, Jay, my Instapot is not good for slow cooker. Maybe the new ones are better. Stacy says, made a roux out of butter and CK flour. Used about half whole milk, half heavy cream.
Lovely. That sounds so easy too.
What's a roux?
Okay, it's a gravy.
Now, am I allowed to, how do you spell roux? Is it R-O-U-X?
Yes.
Stacey, you spelled roux wrong. I just had to point that out. And if you could just let your grandkids know that you did make a spelling error, that would be
What
good.
if I was lying?
Then I've just made a massive fool out of myself and you really helped me. Joe Johnson in the house.
Hello, Jojo.
Hi everyone, I forgot we are earlier now. I think we've messed up a lot of people's time clocks this week.
It's not our fault, it's the world's fault.
I'm blaming you.
Oh, that's enough. That's enough. So let's fry that up and get rid of all this mess. Ah,
Look at Jojo go.
look. It holds its shape, people. It holds its shape. Wow.
Ooh, sounds crunchy.
Okay, yes, there is a chicken taste to it. But what is it? What's that flavor like?
Ooh.
Barbecue chicken?
Hang on. I need at least one more piece to correctly confirm this.
Oh man, that flavor escapes me. What is it?
It's like a... Oh God. It's a very distinct flavour, and as soon as someone says it, I'm going to know.
What's
Bacon.
That?
Bacon. If you...
It does taste
If
like
you
bacon.
fry bacon till it's crispy, and then you crunch up, like when you eat it, you get that crunch.
Yes, it
And,
tastes like the crispy bacon.
Yes, crispy bacon. There you go.
How? What? Who would have thunk? Alright, we need to make place for all our test experiments and compare. So I'm going to move this out of my way.
Right, let me catch up here. Jojo says, what are we cooking? Jojo, we are making tacos and, what is it, tortilla chips?
Yes.
Tortilla chips.
Corn flavored tortilla chips. It's the same recipe. It just depends on, how you cut it up or roll it. But if you want something crispy like a chip or a crispy taco, this is a good recipe for that. So,
Jojo also says, Mel, you're looking so good and young today.
oh, thank you. Oh. That's awesome.
Love it. Stacey has typed roux correctly and says, it's on next week, Chris. When grandkids aren't here, it's on. And she's giving me lots of swearing emojis. Yes!
Nice.
And the ref takes a point away. Babu says, Chris feels like a king right now.
Yeah. because he's messing with Stacy and she can't do anything.
Finally, it's taken weeks and I finally got one up on Stacy. So I'm happy. I'm going to go into this week with a renewed sense of vigor for life. Mrs. Louise Brauber has arrived.
Yay. That's awesome.
She says, I'm late. I guess the daylight savings time messed me up. We changed last Sunday. So I think maybe quite a few people that are normally here are going to be about an hour late.
Maybe that's also, it could be an issue, like, you know, maybe our attendance would be low for this live. I have no idea.
Mama S says it's Congress's fault for the change in time.
Yeah, we were blaming the world. and Mom S is getting more specific. I love it.
Danny says Christmas, question mark, question mark. I'm not sure what that...
Christmas. I wonder
what she was answering.
If that's in reference to my lack of Christmas vibes. I took on board what you guys were saying, that it's too early to get in the spirit. So I didn't decorate today.
I told you have a problem. You cannot ram your obsession with Christmas.
No, it's not good. Can I wash my hands?
Ruth says, I love bacon, woohoo.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Stacey says crispy bacon, question mark. I didn't expect that one.
We didn't either. Who said that?
Stacey.
Stacey, wow.
Joanne Hine is here. Hello, Joanne.
Hello, Joanne.
Says, oh my goodness, watching you live unknowingly as I'm making brekkie. Good morning from Vancouver Island, British Columbia. And Donna says, would it be bad if we added sweet corn flavouring extract?
That's what didn't we add sweet corn?
We did. There was a teaspoon of sweet corn
extract. It's in the description box, the ingredients I used. And who's from Vancouver?
Joanne Hine.
Joanne, question for you. Can you get bamboo fiber in Canada? Please say yes or no. Just a matter of interest, really. So I need to grab some bowls so that we can, you know, check out the difference. Oh, we'll do plates. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
They're making the appropriate sound.
They're making the...
Very nice.
Know what? I'm sure these will taste like that crisp. They're still hot, remember, but they've already got crunch. Very good.
That is good.
It does have a bacon.
Weirdly though, that doesn't have the same bacon taste.
Not as much, but I can still get that reminder.
Little bit. It's like I guess if you get different flavor CCs or Doritos or whatever your normal tortilla chip is.
Imagine laying some powdered cheese over this and then cutting, like pressing powdered cheese or finely grated cheese into the dough. This is only for the chicken flour, because the chicken flour version of this recipe, because the almond flour has a plain taste. You don't get this kind of flavor in it. And if you don't want the idea of a bacon type flavor, go with the almond. What are you doing? Think. You're going to send Auntie Chris into a frenzy. And we need to keep some now because we need to compare.
I didn't agree to this. I'm thinking nachos.
Nachos, yeah. I think I should have cut it a little bigger so you can dip, your chili.
It's a tester,
and
so it's
chili and eat. Exciting! Okay, here's my prediction. All the cooking methods work. It's looking so good in the oven, and it's looking so good in the air fryer. Now I set the air fryer to 15 minutes, the timer, and it's on, what's 175 times 2?
350.
It's on 350 Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius. So.
All right. Sherry Burns is a name I haven't seen, so hello Sherry. Says never too early for Christmas.
Oh, hello Sherry, how are you? Welcome.
Chef says when that air fryer kicked back on, it reminded me of E.T.
Oh.
It did, actually. I love it. I told you the thing was alive. Danny says, Chris, do you want one of those microwaves for Christmas? Oh, that's a lovely thought. Thank you, Danny. That is a lovely thought.
No, because Danielle, you bought us so much. I'm gonna say no, love. Thank you for all you do for us.
I had an answer all prepared.
No.
Which was to say, thank you, Danny, but I would love for you to save your pennies so you can come out and see us. Jay says, what was oven temp and time? I got here late. I think you just said it, haven't you?
Yeah. I think I might have answered it already. So that's here. I'll put this underneath so I know this is the air fryer. And what was the oven? Ooh, that's why I think it's ready.
The air fryer was 350, right?
The air fryer was 350 and my oven is 400, and they're both ready. Like if you have your oven on 350, for example, just keep an eye on them at about the 10-minute mark. They should be ready. So let's get that out.
Babu says Christmas after Thanksgiving here in Canada. Thanksgiving is in October.
Has somebody come back on whether they can get bamboo fiber?
Very next comment is Joanne Hine. It's sold out on Amazon Canada.
Right.
And there's more. Babu says, Mel, can't find bamboo fiber here in Canada. Have to order from either Australia or Amazon USA. However, they've been sold out for ages. Patty Shanks also can't find bamboo fiber in Canada, but ordered some from across the pond.
Wow.
Across the pond is somewhere in Europe, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably Germany.
Probably Germany. Donna says, sorry, missed the extract in the list. Some places sell bamboo fiber to Canada, but last I heard it's expensive for shipping. Donna's in the USA.
Yeah, it's ridiculous for shipping. Wow. You're going to see why I'm saying this, but the most perfect is the air fryer, I think. Wait, I'll pick another one.
Oh, it's time for Final Jeopardy.
Sticky. Right. So this one's been in the oven. This one, what was this one? Fried. This one was fried. You can see it's curled up a little bit even. And this one has been in the air fryer. And they're all just fine.
They all look very similar.
Why I'm picking the air fryer, because there is slight browning on both of the oven method and the frying method. There's slight browning on the edges, and I mean, is it such a deal breaker? No. But that's the air fryer one. So I'm going to say the air fryer one is the best result. And my job here is done. I love that bacon reminder and the chicken flour though.
It's a beautiful taste.
And if you can make it with CK chicken flour, make it with CK chicken flour, you're going to get a guilt-free taco shell. I mean, it's probably 0 grams of net carbs. So, yeah. Now, shall we? Let's taste.
Well, I've tasted that one, right?
What's that?
That was the fried.
The pan fried.
Yep.
Pan fried one. So getting crunchier as a cool. I love it.
That's got a good crunch.
Which one's that one? The oven.
Oven.
That's the oven.
Oven, air fryer, pan fry.
The oven has great crunch. It's awesome. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah. I'm hopeful for the air fryer because so far, color-wise, it looks perfect. Let's see if we get the crunch. Not as crunchy. Not as crunchy. It's probably the same crunch as the pan-fried one.
So,
but the oven is the crunchiest.
in order of crunch, it's that, oven, pan, then air fryer.
You think this is the softest? I think these are the same in terms of crunch. That one's definitely the winner.
There's definitely more, but that's a little bit softer at that end.
So, take your pick.
They all taste identical.
We're just splitting hairs at this point.
I think if you put that in the air fryer for 5 minutes longer, it would have the same crunch as that.
Yes.
So I don't think your cooking method is determining the crunch.
And the other thing to note is that when I pan fried it on a high heat because of course I was doing a million things. But there's nothing to say that you could maybe fry it on a medium heat so that you do get a bit more crunch at the end. And also these are still a little bit warm because I've just made them. So who's to say that when they cool down okay, no, that's still soft. So I'm going to say probably need a little bit longer.
5 minutes longer.
5 minutes longer. A full 15 minutes. That is winner chicken dinner. Now.
Alright, Michael says that looks a great base for Sonoran style enchiladas.
Oh yes.
Do you know what Sonoran style enchiladas are?
Now I know what enchiladas are.
It's an open face enchilada. I only know that because Michael put it in his comment. Jojo says, oh my, have got to try them.
Yes, Jojo, you do. There's no distinct taste with the almond flour version. Would you agree with me or not?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Carleone Moore, and I'm sorry if I butchered that, Carleone. It's a new name for me, and because you're new here, my thing is to butcher everything, so my apologies. Anyway, Carleone says, what is CK, and can you substitute or have a recipe not using CK flour?
Yes. Just search on YouTube, Cook with Mel, tortilla chips, and you will get a 1-minute short video tutorial of how to make tortilla chips very easily. No CK flour.
Stacey says, I'm sorry my grandson grabbed my phone. That was not me. There was a message that had a bunch of stuff in it that I didn't understand anyway. And Stacey says, I'm gonna go. I'm so embarrassed he did not know that emoji. Have a great week, lovelies. Don't ever worry about that, Stacey. We all have kids and etc. etc. We know what it's like. Susan says, gotta go. Love you all. Have a great week.
Yes.
Laurie Lee
Hello.
is here. Hi Mel, thank you for always replying to me.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Donna says, Amazon recently restocked most bamboo. If you put it in your cart and save for later, check that and you will see when it restocks. Make sure it's bleached or it will look like oat fiber. That's a good tip. Remember that other one that you got that looked, yeah.
I'm not
looked like
even going to
soda?
show them that.
Mm-mm.
No.
Danielle says, meanie. Love you all.
Whose meanie we are?
Because we said we didn't want the microwave and you know,
No, it's
Danny,
a lovely thought, but gosh, you've done
sent us
so much for
stuff,
us.
Danny.
Yeah.
Black Star says, kind of ring is that? Question mark.
Kind of ring.
What kind of ring is that?
It's my wedding ring. What do you mean? What kind of ring?
Like I need to tell you what.
But it's white gold. Is that?
Yeah. What type of gold? What type of diamond? Color, clarity,
White
blah, blah.
gold with a yellow diamond and then white diamonds around it. I think that's what he's asking.
It's a custom engagement ring.
Yes. Custom.
There you go. Now, Patty Shank says across the pond is Europe. So.
Oh, okay, Patty. Thanks.
We say across the ditch for New Zealand, Australia. Across the pond is USA to Europe. Donna says, now I need to buy an air fryer. Do you have a link or discount code for one Mel?
I have one in my Amazon store, but maybe I will. Should I put it in the description box for you, or would you like to just go and look? It's under kitchen gadgets in my Amazon store. This very similar one.
The link for your Amazon store is
in my description box. Yeah.
Okay. Deborah Bremer is here. Good morning from South Florida. Good morning, Deborah. Hope the weather's nice, which I'm sure it will be. Babu says, kids will be kids. No need to be embarrassed, Stacey. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Couldn't agree more. Danny says, sorry, I think I missed the answer. Can I use plain gelatin? Yes you can. Marianne says maybe because you had the air fryer at 350 versus 400. That's why, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
These
like,
are very crunchy. I like these though.
yeah.
God, you can probably hear the crunch on the microphone.
Probably.
That is good.
They're good. They're really good.
Kelly Bow has arrived.
Oh, Kelly.
Hello, my friends.
I was missing you, Kelly.
Did I miss everything due to the time change? Yes, Kelly, we've determined that between the government and we're also blaming Mel for the time change, that we are an hour earlier than we should be in some states.
Oh, yes. And, okay. That's why Kelly's just joined, because technically we would be starting now.
Joanne Hines says that crunch sounded amazing.
So good.
Patty Shanks is plugging in her air fryer.
Oh, yes.
Joanne just ordered the first air fryer yesterday. I have to wait till Christmas Day to use it because I convinced my partner that we needed one from Santa. That's
Any
awesome.
reason's a good reason to have an air fryer, I reckon.
Carb conscious Carolyn, I guess I'll have to catch a repeat today as I didn't factor in daylight savings time.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the club, Carolyn. There's a lot of people in there. Carly O'More says, thank you for your response. So CK is just an abbreviation for chicken or cook. I'll search cook with Mel tortilla. So CK is clean keto.
Yeah, an abbreviation for clean keto. Look, chicken is just one option that you can use. Instead of chicken, you've got nut flours that you can use. You can use other meat flours. With my recipes, I don't like restricting people to brands, to specific ingredients. I like to give substitutions, and so it makes sense that I would develop a flour with lots of options. But yeah, you don't have to use chicken, not at all.
Kelly Bow says, I truly need some crunchy chips as I've fallen off the wagon with bad chips lately. Well, Kelly, I know you normally make everything. Try these ones. They're absolutely...
They're very
good.
good.
I can't stop eating them. Mama S says, CK is clean keto flour, milk added. Ruth says, custom engagement ring for a classy lady.
Oh, thank you.
Kelly Bow says, I'll wait to watch all from the beginning, but we'll stay with you all now. Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Oh.
Kerry says, Carl Leon, CK means clean keto. Okay. Patricia Harris. Hello, Patricia. Says, is making tacos easy? What do I use? Replay.
Really easy.
Replay the live.
Look at the description box and follow the beginning of the live. It is really easy. Yeah. We mixed it up, we fried it, we air fried it, and we baked it. So.
Yeah, Mama S says, Patricia, it's in the description box. Kelly says, oh, the glorious crunch. That's probably what you can pick up in the back.
Yeah, you need to stop.
Me,
I'm going to remove them
me.
away from him.
Thank you. Thank you for disciplining me, Mum. Carl Leon says, okay, thanks everyone for defining CK. I was trying to make sure if it was a brand that I needed to search for products. Kerry says, Mel has a video explaining CK flour and how to make it. Ella says, ooh, I love the crunchy sound. Which one is the crunchiest from air fryer, oven, or pan?
Oven. Oven was the crunchiest.
I reckon, like I said, I reckon 5 minutes longer than air fryer, and it would be the same.
And I think, I mean, not everybody has an air fryer, like, you know, perhaps like Danielle, my friend who's a trucker, she might not have access to an oven. But she might have access to an air fryer. I think use what's convenient for you and make it work. If you find that, oh, okay, it's not crunchy enough, just chuck it in your pan, back in your pan, and let it go for a little bit longer if you're not happy with it. But you can see that with each method that we've used, very, very similar results. Very similar. So, anybody else? I think you...
Danny's determined. Danny says, Chris, look online for microwave convection oven. I looked it up and there's like 30 different ones for Australia. Thank you, Danny. I feel an appliance purge coming on. Kerry says, now we need a seasoning mix to make Doritos. Babu says, Danielle, LOL, you're on a mission.
Yes.
Carl Leon says, Kerry, that would be divinely yummy. Yeah, heck yes. And Ella says, great, I love those crunchy chips. I love crunchy chips.
Yes. Okay, and my other suggestions are if you want a cheesy taco or a cheesy tortilla, you can throw a bit of finely grated cheese over, especially if you're going to air fry it or bake it, it'll turn out really good. You can add some birria seasoning to make birria tacos. Lovely. And, you know, just your regular garlic, onion powder if you wish. Or leave them plain if you just want something plain. Just add your salt because it actually just tastes fine just with salt. And on that note, we're going to say cheers. One more comment.
One more question.
Sorry, I'm crazy.
Just very quickly. Marianne says, about how much cheese powder would you use?
I would sprinkle a thin layer over, and it doesn't need to be all covered. So For now, I can't answer that, Mary Ann, because you saw what I did. I didn't just make tacos, I mixed everything up. But if you spread about a teaspoon per taco, so that should tell you it's a really thin layer. That should be enough.
One more sticky one.
Go for it.
From Babu saying, how would you store these?
So, do you want to freeze them or do you want to refrigerate? I would actually just leave them maybe on a paper towel so that they don't get soggy at the bottom, and just leave them open like that in the refrigerator. You can wrap them if you want to, but I would just leave them open so that they can maintain that the crispiness. So yeah, that's what I would do. Anyway, is that all? I hope you have a lovely weekend, guys, and we will see you real soon. And yes, we are behind on our videos. We had an interesting week, but I was happy to get the hot chocolate video out to you guys. We are just loving that recipe, and see you next week. Ciao.
Bye, guys.